Now, for the first time since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, polling puts National ahead of Labour. And as it stands on these numbers, if voters follow through on election day, the Māori Party would hold the balance of power. They're holding steady on 2%. And if they hold the seat of Wairiki, that would mean 3 seats, which both centre-left and centre-right would need to get them across the line. So joining me now is Te Pāti Māori co-leader Debbie Ngarewa-Packer. Debbie, good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Morena.
Now, I know that your focus would be on a partner that is Te Tiriti focused. So currently, which side of the House is that?
Well, I guess that's what the House looks like today versus what the House looks like after elections will be where most of the proof will be. At the moment, the only Tiriti-centric focused party is us. So there's a lot of work to do and a lot of discussions, but to be honest, polls are great, and it's humbling to see the news last night, but the most important focus for us is continuing to do the hard work that got us back in and continue to serve our people. There's a lot going wrong at the moment.
Okay, so Debbie, you won't say there exactly which side you're leaning towards, but let me just ask you these simple questions, and if we can just get a simple yes or no. So is there a cost of living crisis, yes or no?
Yeah, there is, and there's been a cost of living crisis.
Okay, so that's a nats. Tax cuts, yes or no?
Yes, a tax cuts as far as wealth tax.
Three Waters in its current form, which has iwi at the table, 50-50, yes or no?
Sorry, say that again.
Three Waters in its current form, yes or no?
There's the why issue for Māori hasn't been sorted.
Okay, so no. So that would be nats too. Regional fuel tax, yes or no?
Yeah. So sorry, what do you say nats first? That's just such a simplistic way of dealing with tangata whenua.
No, I'm just looking at what way you're kind of leaning in terms of some of these issues.
No, you're not. What you're doing is comparing us to a tick box exercise, and mana whenua and tangata whenua issues are so much more than a tick box.
I agree, they are complex. We're just trying to see which way in terms you're leaning towards left or right, because you hold a very powerful position.
If you're wanting a left or right measurement, we love the fact that why has become part of an issue, which is a left tick. And we like the fact that it needs to be mana whenua, tangata whenua focus, which is a left tick. But we also agree that it's not in its right format, which is a right tick. So it can't be
so there's
like
a both. There's a both on that one. That one's very complex, as you say.
I think we all are, and I think that's the problem, is that we're continuously measured by how people see politics should look like for tangata whenua, and it shouldn't look left or right. We are Māori, and that's what Te Tiriti-centric is about. It's unapologetically Māori.
And on these numbers, though, you know, there is a left-right divide in terms of where we're seeing support. So National has surged 7 percentage points. But on their side of the House, they still wouldn't be able to govern alone, so they would have to be with ACT. Would you be able to work with ACT?
Our simple, short answer is we will only work with those who are focused on treaty-centric Aotearoa, a future-focused Aotearoa addressing equality and equity.
And is that the ACT Party?
We've always said that. We've always said what our focus will be, and it'll be our people that will determine it the day after the elections, and we've always been true to that.
So you wouldn't rule out working with a government and a coalition that would include the ACT Party?
We would only work with a party, and I really appreciate that your job is to put words in my mouth. I'm a really strong wahine. I can talk for myself. Thanks.
I totally agree. I'm just
work with a treaty-centric Aotearoa, and look at it. We've got parties here that use race and deny equity and deny equality. We can't be played off this. We have to be true to our values, because there's so much going wrong that needs to go right for tangata whenua.
So still a lot of water to go under the bridge and see how that flows before you will take sides. I appreciate that. Te Pāti Māori Party co-leader Debbie Ngarewa-Packer, thank you very much for your time too this morning.